This video is intended for a mature audience only. If you're a kid, please go away. Already Literally for Life here, bringing us a brand new video. Sorry about the lack of videos for a little bit. The holidays were a heck of a lot more hectic than I thought they would be for me. And yeah, I'm finally able to make some videos and gonna be playing some catch up. Got some stuff I want to do, got some deck profiles and a whole bunch of other stuff I want to get ready to record and everything for you guys. So today is going to be a very busy day for me. So, but first and foremost, let's cover a bunch of cards that I missed out on covering a while ago. So, first and foremost, we got Evening Crescent and Autumn Shower. This is the newest of the hand trap yokai girls. She is a level 3 wind zombie tuner effect monster, 0 attack, 1800 defense. You can only use the one effect of this card's name once per turn. It has one effect and it's a hard once per turn basically. If your opponent special summons a monster face up, you can discard this card and target one of those face up monsters. Negate that target's effects for the rest of this turn, and if you do, if it leaves the field this turn, inflict damage to its controller equal to its original attack. So this is a pretty good card. It's basically an effect filler that does burn damage and discourages your opponent from using the monster for other things. So like if they summon a monster that you know they're gonna like synchro off or link off or fusion off or whatever, and you don't want them doing that, not only can you negate that monster's effects, but you can also make it to where they take a chunk of burn damage for it too, which depending on what they summoned can be quite a lot, which is really good, especially given the end of game rules, end of time rules, whatever you want to call it. So really helpful card overall. I've seen a lot of people compare it to effect filler, and it's obvious why. The main thing is that that effect negation, which is really good. But it's a bit more restrictive in that you can only do it on the summon of the monster. You can't like do it in reaction or anything, so you got to do it right then and there, which is a bit annoying, but however I can still see this having some really good purpose. And it has adorable artwork too, I gotta say. Just a little side note. Moving on, we got a bunch of new cards from the Eternity Code commercial, including a... oh god, we got a draw card, we got a bunch of other stuff. Let's take a look. What the heck? I have no idea what that was. Okay, so, I clicked on apps by accident. I've never done that before. I've never clicked on this. Okay, so we got Burning Draw. This card is always treated as a Great card. You can only activate a card with this card's name once per turn. You cannot normal or special summon monsters during the turn in which you activate this card effect, except fire monsters. If your opponent controls more cards than you do, target one link monster your opponent controls. Draw cards equal to that monster's link rating. That is pretty good. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to get played in Great, because from what I've seen, they generally don't play a lot of their other spell and trap cards, but I think this card is pretty good for what the deck wants to do. Now, granted, Great is a going first deck, generally speaking, but however, I can see this being really good for going second, like as a side card, like, oh, you know that like your opponent's going to make you go second, so, oh, you side that in. So, that's a pretty decent idea there, and even without that, I could see it being a decent one of, just in case. So, this is a pretty good card overall. I don't know if Greats are going to play it. I would think they would, because who doesn't want more draw power, but I digress. Next up, we got Goki, the Power Load Ogre. He's an Earth. By the way, I'm just astounded that we're getting another Goki monster. I've tried finding him on here. Oh, there he is. Okay, so Goki, the Power Load Ogre. Earth Warrior, 2800 attack. Link 4, bottom left, bottom right, and right. So basically, he starts at arrows, except instead of pointing up, he's pointing right. 2 or more warrior monsters, so he is technically generic. You can only use this third effect once per turn. This card gains 200 attack times the combined link ratings of link monsters you control. The link summon, this link summon card is unaffected by other card effects. I had to read that for some reason. And then you contribute one Goki link monster and target cards on the field up to its link rating, destroy them. So, Power Load Ogre is overall a new boss monster for the deck. Not only does he gain a buttload of attack power easily, but also he is unaffected by card effects while he's on the field after he was link summoned, and also he gains, you contribute off a link monster to pop more cards, which is really good. I really wish that was a quick effect though. It's not a quick effect, you can only do it during your turn, but considering he's unaffected by card effects and gains a buttload of attack pretty easy, I think he's going to be pretty good for Gokis, at least builds that want to focus more on the Goki Link monsters in general, because this is a pretty good card overall for what they want to do. Next up, we got Stairs of Mail, which, by the way, is a freaking, where is it? I guess, oh, there it is. That it's one of the I was gonna say Lovecraft card, but it is, well, it is, but it's for good old Tindangles. So Tindangles are getting another card in here, not just that one dude who's really good. I can't remember his name. It's a continuous spell card. During your main phase, you can activate this effect. Discard one Tindangle card, then apply one of these effects, but you cannot discard a card with the effect of Stairs of Mail that has the same name as the card discarded by this effect for the rest of this turn. So basically, if you want to do both effects, you can't discard 2 copies of the same card. It's taken me a little bit to kind of figure out like what they're trying to say there, but that's what they're saying. So if you want to discard like Tindangle Angel to do this thing's effect, you can't discard another one to do the other effect. And basically what it is, it's a flip card. You can change a face-down defense position monster you control to face-up attack position, or you can change a face-up attack position monster you control to face-down defense position. This is something the deck has needed for a long while, and goes a long way to helping it out. Moreover, if like you set, like, I think it's Angel. Angel is the one who summons a dude from your graveyard. So, you can like set Angel, activate Stairs of Mail, discard a Tindangle that you want to get on the field, flip over Angel. Angel effect, special summon the dude you just discarded. And then you can discard another dude to flip Angel face back down. Because if I remember right, if his effect is activated during your opponent's turn, it ends the battle phase. So, that is really good. I wish this was a quick effect. It's effectively trying to do what Tarot Tray does for the deck. Because right now, I think Tarot Tray is still like one of the main cards you want to play in a deck. But however, this is pretty good for what the deck wants to do. It's a graveyard reliant, as the archetype is. So, I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's going to be something like that is going to be game breaking for Tindangles. The deck still could use another good monster or two, and really could benefit from a new link. Like, really, we need a link 1 or 2 to help us get into a link 3, but I digress. Then we got these cards over here, including another Generaider monster, which no one can read its effect properly, so there's no good translation of it. There is somebody who has thought that they found a translation for the new Generaider boss, but however, because it's so hard to see and verify, I'm not going to cover the translation that people think it is until we actually get confirmation on that, because it sounds busted if it is. It's basically the new like big boss of the deck, other than you know, their XCs. And then there's also a Marensis Bubble Reef, which is I think probably they're going to be this card over here. So, yeah, there's 2 cards that we just don't know the effects of, because they, of course, have to put that shine over them to really be able to read it. So, that does suck, but oh well. Moving on, we got a new support card for good old Lair of Darkness. It's Malif, Maiden of Malice, level 3 Dark Fiend effect monster. 1,000 attack, 1,000 defense. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. As a quick effect, you contribute 2 monsters and target one of your normal traps that is banished or in your graveyard, set it to your field, and if you do, return it to the bottom of your deck when it leaves the field. This is okay. I'm going to be honest, it's not as nearly as good as, I think her name is Loaf, the other one, you know, when I can search it from the deck. But however, it is nice to have some recursion. I just wish you didn't have to tribute 2 to get 1. That is annoying, and yeah, sure, Lair of Darkness helps you mitigate that by basically being able to tribute one of your opponent's monsters, but you still gotta tribute one of your own. So, it is helpful, but I really wish that it wasn't so cost heavy. I could see Lair of Darkness decks definitely playing one of her though, so yeah. Moving on, we got some good old Shark and Jack Atlas cards that I'm really ecstatic for. First and foremost, we got Red Familiar, who just looks so happy being able to burn everything. He's a level 4 Dark Fiend, 1600 attack, 0 defense. You can only use his first and second effect once per turn. You contribute 1 Fiend monster, then target 1 Dark Dragon Synchro monster in your graveyard. Spell summon it in defense, but negate its effects. And then you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Dark Dragon Synchro you control, and declare a level 1 to 8. That monster becomes the level until the end of the turn. Okay, so this card is pretty helpful. I don't think he's the greatest thing in the world, but he is nice for being able to just synchro climb and everything for what the deck wants to do. So I can see this being played maybe as like a one-of to like bring back a Red Dragon Archfiend, so you can then use one of your Resonators to synchro up into a big guy. I do actually really like his graveyard effect more than I do like his on-field effect, though. Because being able to just level modulate your Red Dragon Archfiends into other levels so you can hopefully make out the bigger ones is really, really good overall for the archetype and can be helpful in certain situations where you really need those lower levels or heck, even just extra levels, because you can target any Dark Dragon Synchro and make it 1 through 8. So if you have like a level 9 or 12 or whatever, you can make them level 8 so you can then Synchro climb some more. So it's really interesting. I like it. Then we got a new Resonator, yay! Crimson Resonator. Dark Fiend Tuner effect monster, 800 attack, 300 defense. You only use his first and second effects once per turn. You cannot special summon monsters from the extract during the turn you activate this card's effects, except Dark Dragon Synchro monsters. Thank God for the Master Roll revision, or this card would have been immediately garbage from the archetype. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. I love it already. If the only other monster you control is exactly one Dark Dragon Synchro monster, you can special summon up to 2 Resonator monsters from your hand and or deck except Crimson Resonator. Now, this is where I think that these two are kind of like trying to work with each other, where, oh, you control no monsters, summon Crimson Resonator, normal summon Red Familiar, tribute himself, bring out a Red Dragon Arching from your graveyard, then use Crimson Resonator effect to summon 2 more dudes from the deck. That being said, though, you don't really need to go that route. There's other routes you can go with it. And I really like this card overall. It's a really great card for Resonators, effectively just getting 2 more of them out from your deck so you can then Synchro Climb even more. Does not negate their effects or anything, so if you summon like Red Resonator and, oh god, what's the level 1 who recurs the dude whenever he's sent to graveyard? I can't remember. But anyway, so you can summon Red Resonator, and Red Resonator will give you life points, so you can target like your Red Dragon Archfiend, gain 3,000 life points. And then Crimson Resonator is a 2, so is Red Resonator, so you can immediately go into Red Nova Dragon. Or, if you wanted to, you could go a different route and try and make good old, what's the new guy? But you need 3 tuners. I guess this is one of those situations where Red Familiar would be really helpful, because you could banish him from the graveyard to make Red Dragon Archfiend a 7, and then Crimson Red and a level 1 would equal up to 12 with the now level 7 Red Dragon Archfiend. So, I don't know. It's really interesting, really good card overall in general, so I think it's great for the archetype. Then we got Command Resonator. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Discard a Resonator monster, add a level 4 or lower Fiend monster from your deck to your hand. So this is pretty helpful for what the archetype wants to do. I like how it's a quick play, so you can do it during your player's turn. I've seen a few people, most notably Make a Capital G, going around saying that it's worse than Resonator Call. Let's see here. If Resonator Call is how I remember it being, come on, this is old YgoAmino. There we go. Resonator Call. If I remember right. Yeah, target 2 Resonator monsters in your graveyard, add a level 4 monster from your deck to your hand, and if you do, return those targets. Here's the thing. Okay, comparing Resonator Call to Command Resonator, they are both good cards, okay? Resonator Call, though, requires a lot of setup to be able to do what you want to do. You need 2 Resonators in your graveyard, shuffle them back in the deck, and then get to add any level 4 monster from your deck to your hand. This, though, good old Command Resonator lets you add any level 4 or lower Fiend at the discard of a Resonator. That is really good. I know that, like, some will say that Resonator Call is better, but for perspective, you don't even play Resonator Call in most, like, Red Dragon Arching decks, because it's just not a good card. It requires too much setup to be able to get off effectively. Then we got Red Rain. It's a normal trap card. You can only use its second effect once per turn. If you control a level 8 or higher Synchro monster, banish as many monsters on the field as possible, except the monsters with the highest level. And if you do, face up monsters on the field that were not banished by this effect are unaffected by card effects this turn, except their own. And then if a Dark Dragon Synchro monster is Synchro summoned to your side of the field, or this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. It's okay. I like it. Kind of. It's a fun little card to kind of just be able to troll your opponent and lock them out of being able to summon anything for a minute. Because if like you see that they're going to go for a big link summon or something, you can try and link off. You can activate this, banish their monsters with levels. And that's really the big thing, is that this banishes monsters with levels. I really would have preferred attack, because, you know, we got Xyz and Lynx that both don't have levels, so I would have much have preferred attack instead of levels, but oh well. Then we got some good shark cards. Lanternshark, water fish effect, level 4, 1500 attack, 900 defense. You don't use its first effect once per turn. If it's normal or specimen, you can target, you can specimen 1 level 3, 4, or 5 water monster from your hand in defense position except Lanternshark. Also, you cannot specimen monsters from the extract for the rest of this turn except for Xyz monsters. And then you can also treat it as a level 3 or 5 and using it for the Xyz of a water monster, which is really, really good for what the shark deck wants to do. Oh my god, I just remembered sharks are going to be playable again. It always bugged me that, like, we couldn't play sharks, because by the time we got them, it freaking, like, it was only like 2 months until freaking Master Rule 4 kicked into effect. So, oh my god, I can play sharks again. I'm so, I can't wait. This is good. Especially with these guys coming out. And then we got Cuttershark. He's a level 4, 1600 attack, 500 defense. You can only use his first effect once per turn. He has the same second effect, by the way. First effect, you can target 1 water monster you control that has a level. Specimen a fish monster with the same level, but a different name from your deck. But for the rest of this turn, you cannot special monsters except for Xyz monsters from the extra deck. Again, another really good card. I can't just explain how much sharks have needed some more good monsters. If you wanted to play a pure shark build, you had to play some pretty bad monsters here and there in order to make up for the lack of good monsters in sharks. And now we got some good ones, so those can get phased out. I'm looking at you, Lanternshark, or whatever it's called. The one that makes all level 3s level 4 whenever it's normal summoned and has piercing, because that's good, I guess. Next up, we got Valiant Shark Lancer. He's a water beast warrior, Xyz effect, rank 5, 2500 attack, 1600 defense. God, it still bugs me that the Lancers are freaking beast warriors instead of fish or anything, but oh well. 2 level 5 monsters. You can only use his first and second effect once per turn each. You can target 1 monster your opponent controls, detach 1 material from a monster you control, and if you do, destroy that target. This is a quick effect if you control another water Xyz monster. So, if you have another water Xyz monster, you can detach something off of that to pop 1 monster your opponent controls. I love it. You don't have to detach off of him, which is really good, especially if you want to rank this up into Crystal Zero Lancer, which is an objectively better card in most situations. If another water Xyz monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect while this monster is in the monster zone, you can choose 1 spell card from your deck and place it on top of your deck. That's really, really nice. I like it. Just being able to just get a free spell card, basically. You can kind of cheese around with that, too, if like you got some cards that let you draw or, you know, basically excavate the top card of your deck. So, you can, I'm sure people are going to find ways to break this card. I love it. Then we got Air Torpedo, probably the best card out of this whole thing. The first effect basically is a spell version of, oh god, what is it called? Submersible Carrier Aerial Shark or whatever it's called, where you detach an Xyz material off of a water Xyz monster you control, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the number of cards in their hand times 400. If you do that, the monster gains attack equal to the amount of damage this card dealt. Now, Aerial Shark did not have that last part of the effect there. I don't remember. You can actually see the card right there in the artwork, so that's kind of fun. I don't believe he had that. It's been a long while since I've read it, but yeah, that's basically Aerial Shark's effect. And then if this is the good effect, you can banish this card and 1 water Xyz monster from your graveyard, draw 2 cards. Oh god, I can totally see Full Spirit of Goods being played in Sharks just to get it in the graveyard, because you don't want to use this effect like ever. I mean, I guess for game and stuff, but oh well. And then we got my favorite. I don't think I've said it too much, but Shark Drake is one of my favorite Xyz monsters. So just seeing him in a card artwork, I love it. I don't know who's in the background. Kind of looks like a Utopia monster, but evil. So let's see here. XYZ Revive Splash. It's a normal trap card. You can only use the first and second effect of this card once per turn. Target 1 rank 4 or lower water monster, Xyz monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and if you do, its attribute becomes water. So right off the bat, monster born for an Xyz monster and making it water, so you can rank it up into Crystal Zero Lancer, which is pretty cool. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target 1 water Xyz monster you control. Special summon 1 water Xyz monster that is 1 rank higher from your extract by using using that target you control as the Xyz material. This is treated as Xyz summon and transferred material stat summon monster. This is basically a rank up but in trap form. I love it. It's really good. I don't know if sharks or heck any water archetype is going to play it too much, but however, I do like it. It's a really fun card, and I think that's really just about it. It's a fun card. I don't think it's particularly a great card, but however, it is a fun, good card. Oh boy, we still got a bunch to go over. Next up, we got Loptier, Shadow of the Generaider boss. This was revealed on Christmas Eve too, which is pretty cool. So this thing, oh my god, I love it. I've been testing Generaiders ever since he got announced, and god, I can't wait. So, Fire Fairy effect, level 4, 1500 attack, 1500 defense. You can only use the third effect of this card's name once per turn. You can only control one of them. Generator monsters you control gain 1000 attack and defense during your opponent's turn only. And during the main phase, as a quick effect, you contribute one Generator monster, special summon one level 9 Generator with a different name from your deck. This is great. Okay, it's a lone fire, 4 generators. During your player's turn, you contribute off the tokens, you contribute off your other dudes. It gives all of your guys attack power during your opponent's turn, especially the tokens, which make them 2500, so they aren't just easy run over bait. A really good card overall for the archetype. I've seen some people say that he makes Lone Fire irrelevant in the archetype now, but I disagree with that. I think it's still worth playing 1 to 2 Lone Fire and 3 of Loptier because the deck has no other good normal summons at the moment, so you generally want to max out on that. Next up, we got a new Unchained monster. Unchained twins. They can't tell if it's Solama or Surama. Because L's and R's are interchangeable in Japan, so yeah. He's a Dark Fiend, level 3, 1500 attack, 1500 defense. He only uses 2 effects once per turn. You can target one Unchained card in your graveyard, except a copy of himself. Set it on your field and destroy one card you control. This is really good for Unchained. I really am happy that they finally have a way of recurring their stuff, because they did not have a lot of ways to recur their spells and trap cards. Heck, I don't think they had any, really, so now you can get back your cards from your graveyard, which is really, really, really nice. You can even get your monsters too, but it sets it, so you can't just link off right away. And then if this card is on the field, it's destroyed by a battle or a card effect, except a copy of itself. You can summon an Unchained monster from your hand or deck, except a copy of itself. So, yeah, really good card overall. I don't know if Unchained is going to play a lot of copies of it, because he doesn't have any way of special summoning himself by himself, like with the other two. But, however, I can see him being played like as a 1 or 2 to recur your spells and traps. Then we got a new Beast King Barbarossa. This is unexpected. It looks like he might be getting an archetype, which is really cool. So this is Beast King Deity Barbarossa, level 8 Earth Beast Warrior effect monster. 3k attack, 1200 defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. You contribute monsters you control whose total levels equal 8 or more. Spell summon this card from your hand. You can banish one Barbarossa monster face up from your field or from your graveyard and target 2 cards your opponent controls. Destroy them. And he can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. Overall, even just as a straight up upgrade to the original Barbarossa, this thing is really, really good. Just being able to summon itself for free, well, not for free, but basically for free, by attributing monsters you control whose levels equal 8. Then you can banish another Barbarossa from your field or graveyard to pop 2 cards, which is really good. I don't think that was a quick effect, was it? It is not a quick effect, which does suck, but oh well. And then it can attack all of your opponent's monsters once each, which just can close out the game pretty easily. I love it. It's a great card overall. And if the archetype does become, well, if it becomes an archetype, it's going to be interesting, because there's only, what, 2 other Barbarossa monsters that I know of? Next up, we got Beaming Prosperity, a new card to ring in the new year. Beaming Prosperity, which, by the way, the artwork is adorable. I love Sylvans. Konami, please give them more support. And I'm getting some serious Ara vibes from good old Princess Sprite. So, let's see here. Normal spell card, you can only activate 1 card of this card's name once per turn. Excavate a number of cards from the top of your deck equal to the number of Prosperous Smile, which I believe is what this is referring to. I don't know. I've never heard of Prosperous Smile, so I would assume that this is this. It's just another name that they translated it as. In your graveyard, +3, and if there are 3 types of cards among them, add 1 of them to your hand and send the rest to the graveyard. Otherwise, return them to the deck. Oh boy, so this card I could totally see being played in like mill decks, like good old oh god, what was it called? Lightsworn. Because you do play a little bit of everything in there, but this is really good overall for, like, just, you know, decks like that want to play a bunch of different stuff and get stuff in the graveyard. I could totally see this being played in Lightsworns, though, like, to be completely honest. It's great. And then just gonna check to see, nope, nothing else announced yet, so that is it for today. Wow, I somehow managed to not make this go to 30 minutes. I thought I would. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day. What's your ideas and opinions on these cards? See y'all later, and Happy New Year. Thank you all for watching the video. Have a great day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And see y'all later.